I'm Anil Kumar. Welcome to my series on Crack SAT. Now, I'm going to share with you 10 very important questions based on trigonometry to practice for new SAT. Let's go through these questions one by one. You can always pause the video, answer these questions, and later look into my suggestions. Now, these 10 questions are very well balanced. We'll begin with simple trigonometric ratios and then have some applications and also work with radians. Question number 1. If sine A equals to 0.6, then tan A cosine A is what? Question number 2. The foot of a ladder is placed 1 meter from the wall. Find the length of the ladder if it makes an angle of 60 degrees with the ground. Question number 3. A 20 centimeter pendulum swings through an arc of 15 centimeter. Through what angle does it swing? Question 4. In a right triangle ABC, if sine A equals to 3 over 5, then cosine 90 minus A is what? Question number 5. In a right triangle ABC, sine A equals to 0.6 and the hypotenuse AB is 10 centimeters. What is the area of triangle ABC? Question 6. In a right triangle ABC, the hypotenuse AB is 4 centimeters. If angle ABC is 60 degrees, then what is the area of the triangle? Question 7 is also area based. Area of an equilateral triangle is 36 square root 3 centimeters square. What is the perimeter of the triangle? So all these units are in centimeters. Question 8. The line 3x plus 4y equals 12 makes an acute angle A with the x-axis. What is the value of sine A? Question 9. If the area of triangle shown below is 12 units square, what is the value of cos B? That's the angle B for you. So BC is 2 square root 3 and AB is 8. The last question here is question number 10. Miss Kate bakes an apple pie such that each slice has an area of 121 pi over 5 centimeters square. Her pie is baked in a round dish with a diameter of 22 centimeters. Determine the exact measure of the angle at the tip of each slice of pie in radians. So these are 4 choices for question number 10. So I hope you find these interesting and useful. You can actually pause the video, answer these, and then look into my suggestions. Now let's see how to solve these questions. Now all these questions should be done without calculator, correct? So first thing is we are going to work without calculator. Okay. Question number 1 is straightforward. Says sine A is 0.6, then tan A cos A is what? Well, as you know, tan A cos A is what we need to find. Tan A is sine A over cos A, correct? Times cos A, so they cancel. You get sine A. So if sine A is 0.6, tan A cos A is also 0.6. Correct? Question 2. The foot of a ladder is placed 1 meter from the wall, right? So let us assume there's a wall here. And it's good to think while you sketch a diagram while you answer. So foot of the ladder is placed 1 meter from the wall, which makes 60 degrees angle here. Let me write 1 here. With the ground. Find the length of the ladder. So we have to find the length of the ladder L. That makes an angle of 60 degrees with the ground. Now whenever you get 30, 60, 90 triangle, you should think about your special triangle, correct? Now any special triangle with 60, 30, 90, the ratios of the sides are 1 to square root 3. So that always helps, right? So as soon as you put this triangle on the side, you get the length of the ladder is 2, correct? So you can straight away match and write down your answer. Now in your test, this number could be different. So I just gave you 1. So it could be a fraction, right? 2 over 3 or 1.5, but these two values are same. However, this value is, if I take this value as x here, right? In that case, the values are 2x and x times square root 3. So you should remember this part for any right triangle, special triangle, 30, 60, 90. Okay. Question number 3. A 20 centimeter pendulum swings through an arc of 15 centimeters. So the length is 20 and swings through an arc of 15 centimeters, right? So this is 20 and this arc A equals to 15. Through what angle does it swing, right? So we need to find angle A. Now we know A equals to r theta. We need to find angle theta. So theta is ratio of arc length over radius, which is 15 over 20, dividing by 5, we get 3 over 4. So option A is the right option. Correct? Question number 4. In a right triangle ABC, if sine A is 3 over 5, then cosine 90 minus A is what? Well, this is same as sine A, right? This is same as sine A. So the answer is 3 over 5. Now, you could actually sketch and look at it very carefully. Now, this is a very common question in SAT. So these are complementary angles, right? So if I say this is A, this is B and C. So if I say this is A, right? So this angle is A. So this angle here will be 90 minus A, correct? 90 degrees minus A. So as you can see, sine A is the ratio of these two sides, correct? This over there. And 90 minus A is B. So for cosine, it is the same ratio. Do you see that? Right. So remember, SOHCAHTOA over. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. And tan is opposite over adjacent. Now let's move on and take up other questions. I'd like you to pause the video, answer these questions. They are all area-based questions. So area of a triangle is half base into height. And you can use special triangles to answer these questions. So answer your question and then look into my suggestions. Question number 5. In a right triangle ABC, so let's sketch one, right? So as we read, let's sketch and answer. In a triangle ABC, sine A is 0.6. Let's say this is our angle A, and we are saying sine A is 0.6. Think like this, 6 over 10. That helps. And the hypotenuse is 10. So that is very simple. So even if it is not 10 or 20, we could actually work out because this is a ratio, right? So sine A means we are talking about side opposite. This is 6, right? Now, and the hypotenuse is 10. What is the area of this triangle? Now, when you are appearing for SAT, you should know your Pythagorean triples. That helps, right? So 3, 4, 5 is a right triangle, and twice this is 6, 8, and 10. So it is that triangle. So obviously this is 8, correct? So without wasting much time, 10 square minus 6 square square root, this is a better option. You get the idea, right? So now we can answer, what is the area of this triangle? Half base into height, correct? So we know the area of the triangle is half of 8 times 6, which is 48. Half of 48 is 24, correct? So base times height divided by 2. Question 6. In a right triangle ABC, hypotenuse AB is 4 centimeters. If angle ABC is 60 degrees, that means let's say this is now angle B and this is 60 degrees. hypotenuse is 4. Then what is the area of this triangle? Correct? Now since we know a special triangle which is 30, 60, 90, the ratios of the sides, as we discussed earlier also, are 1, 2, square root 3, right? So here we know it is 4, 2 times. So all these figures will be 2 times, correct? So we'll get 2 and 2 square root 3. So that becomes a scaling factor, correct? So this is 60 degrees. That is how you could make your actual triangle, right? And then answer the question. So what is the area of this triangle? Well, multiply these two and divide by half. So 2 square root 3 becomes the answer, correct? So it is half times 2 times 2 square root 3. So if you think like this, it'd be much easier for you to answer most of the questions. Question number 7. Area of an equilateral triangle is 36 square root 3. What is the perimeter of the triangle? Now, in any equilateral triangle, now since we have been doing 30, 60, 90, so that is your 30, 60. So what we can do here is take each side as 2x. Perfect. So that means half of it is x. Now each side is 2x, correct? Now 30, 60, 90, we know this should be square root x times square root 3. That becomes the height of this triangle. So that is general ratio of any given equilateral triangle for the sides given. Now it is given to us area of an equilateral triangle is that much. So what is the area of this triangle? So area of the triangle will be half of 2x times x square root 3. That is given to us as 36 square root 3. So we could cancel 36 square root 3 and square root 3 and then find the value of x. So that 2 cancels. So we get x squared equals to 36, and that gives you the value of x as square root of 36, which is 6. So 2 times 6 is going to be how much? So 2 times x is going to be 12, right? So each side is 12. And therefore, the answer is 36, the perimeter of the triangle. Does make sense? So these special triangles really help to get immediate answers without using a calculator. Perfect. Question number 8. The line 3x plus 4y equals to 12 makes an acute angle A with the x-axis. What is the value of sine A? So let's try to sketch the line, correct? So we can do it with the intercepts. So what is the x-intercept? 12 divided by 4, which is, let's say, 3, right? And what is the y-intercept? I mean 4, sorry. Let's say 4, right? And the y-intercept, let me write down. X-intercept will be 12 divided by 3. Y is 0, right? And for y-intercept, we'll put x as 0, so we get 12 divided by 4, correct? So these are 4 and 3. So let's say this is the line which has these 3 and 4 x and y intercepts. Perfect. Now this line makes an acute angle A. So this is the angle we are talking about. Now we want to find what is sine A. So in this triangle 3, 4, the other side is 5. Sine of A is, you remember, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So it is 3 over 5. So the option B is the right option. Correct? So that helps. Now, question number 9 and 10 are slightly lengthy. Question number 9. If the area of triangle shown below is 12 units square, what is the value of cos B? Now, area of a triangle is half base times height. So let us say that this is a point D and the height is CD. Let's call this as H, right? So the area of this triangle is half of 8 times H, and it is given to us as 12. So from here we can find what height is, right? So height is 12 divided by 4. So this cancels, you get 4. and which is 3 units. So height is 3 units. We need to find the value of cosine B, right? So in this particular right triangle, cosine B is basically equal to BD over the hypotenuse, which is 2 square root 3. What is BD equals to? So BD is square root of this square minus that square, right? So square of 2 square root 3 is 4 times 3 as 12 minus 9, and here we have 2 square root 3. So what we get here is square root of 3 over 2 square root 3, which gives us half as the answer, which is option B, correct? So that is how you're going to solve this particular question. Now it is slightly tricky, and I hope you get the concept. Let's move on and take the last question. Miss Kate bakes an apple pie such that each slice has an area of 121 pi over 5 centimeters square. Her pie is baked in a round dish with a diameter of 22 centimeters. Determine the exact measure of the angle at the tip of each slice of pie in radians. Okay, so we are given a circle basically whose diameter is given to us as 22, right? So the diameter is given to us as 22. Let us consider the sector. Okay, so sector will have half the radius, which is 11. Let's say this is the sector whose area is given to us as 121 pi over 5, right? So we are given area of sector as 121 pi over 5. We need to find the angle theta here. All these answers are in radians. Okay, so I'd like you to pause the video, answer this particular question. Well, when the radius is pi, then total area is how much? Area of sector basically is area of circle times the angle theta over 2 pi, right? Ratio of the angles. And that should be equal to 121 pi over 5. Now, area of the circle is pi r square, where r is 11. So 11 square times theta over 2 pi. Correct? So that becomes the formula. And we are given this as equal to 121 pi over 5. So pi r square, we can simplify this now, cancelling pi and pi. 11 square is same as 121. Perfect. So from here, you get the value of theta as 2 pi by 5. So this gives you the value of theta as 2 pi by 5. Perfect, by cross multiplication. So option C is the right option. So I hope all the solutions are absolutely clear. Now these are good sample questions for you. We have taken up special cases, special triangles. We have worked with right triangles, cofunction identities, radian units, arc lengths, and sector area. So that gives you a good variety. I hope you'll understand and appreciate it. Feel free to write your comments and share your views. Share my videos with your friends. If you like and subscribe to my videos, that'll be great. Also, feel free to post your questions and queries. Thanks and all the best.